Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're embarking on, well, a really fascinating journey. We're connecting two worlds that seem miles apart, based on sources you sent us, early 20th century political theater and ancient Buddhist philosophy.
Yeah, it's a great pairing.
Our mission, to see how Bertolt Brecht's epic theater and the Buddhist idea of Anatta, no self, both tackle, breaking illusions, should be illuminating.
Absolutely. What's so compelling is how both, despite, totally different contexts, aim to disrupt how we usually perceive things.
Right.
One waking up theater audiences to social stuff, the other showing individuals the nature of existence itself. Let's unpack how they did it.
Okay, let's start with Brecht. Your sources describe him as, well, a staunch Marxist who really disagreed with popular theater, like realism.
Yeah, he found it escapist.
Called it a huge waste of an audience if they weren't made to think, to question things. So what was his alternative?
His answer was epic theater. Deliberately different, focused on political and social messages.
And his main tool was this referendums effect.
Referendums effect, yeah, the alienation effect. Basically, it was a way to stop the audience getting, emotionally invested.
Like a flash of cold water.
Kind of, yeah. To remind them constantly, hey, this is a play, not real life. Keep that critical distance. No easy escapism.
And the sources mentioned some fascinating ways they did that, didn't they? Like keeping the house lights partly on.
Breaking the fourth wall constantly.
Or using placards to announce scenes, actors singing lines. Things that totally break the illusion.
Exactly. Your notes mentioned the actor as a demonstrator, right? Like someone presenting a social issue.
Yeah. It really forces you to engage with the ideas, the structures, not just the emotions.
Precisely. And this deliberate breaking of illusion, this is where it connects so profoundly with Buddhist philosophy, specifically Anatta.
Anatta.
Okay, your sources explain it beautifully. It doesn't mean you don't exist, but that the fixed, unchanging self we think we have, it's actually, well, an illusion.
So no self means no permanent, solid self.
Exactly. It's really a constantly shifting collection of experiences, thoughts, feelings, physical bits. Understanding that is key to liberation in Buddhism, along with impermanence and suffering. It challenges that core illusion of me.
There's a brilliant analogy in the sources thinking about watching a movie.
Ah, yes, the cinema example.
You know how you get completely sucked into an action film? You feel real shock or sadness.
Total immersion.
You get attached because you see those images as real, forgetting the actors, the effects, the whole setup.
Yeah.
That feels like the kind of illusion both we're pointing at, doesn't it?
It really does. The Buddha called this attachment clinging. We grasp onto these superficial stories on screen or, in our own lives.
Mistaking things that change for things that are permanent.
Right, or mistaking what's not really us for some solid self. Think about the film director watching the same movie.
They wouldn't feel the same way.
No, because they know the burning buildings are cardboard models, the crashed cars are toys. They see the illusion. They see how it's constructed. That attachment comes from, well, a mistaken view.
So, bringing it all together.
Yeah.
What's the core connection here? Both Brecht and the Buddha were trying to cut through delusion.
Fundamentally, yes. Piercing through illusions. Brecht wanted theater to spark social change, using reason, making audiences see the societal machinery.
Waking them up politically.
While the Buddha showed how our personal suffering often comes from that delusion of a fixed self, from not seeing things, including ourselves, as they really are. Impermanent, interdependent.
No solid self at the core.
Exactly. Both were aiming in their own ways to foster a kind of right view, a clarity that gets rid of ignorance.
Okay.
Brecht's methods aimed for that, social intellectual awakening.
Yeah.
The Buddha's path is about liberation from personal suffering by seeing through that internal illusion of self. But seeing clearly, that's the key for both.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? Where in your own life might you be caught up in an illusion, attaching to something that isn't really you or isn't as solid as it appears? Maybe applying a little bit of that alienation effect to our own thoughts and feelings could actually lead to some unexpected freedom. See the strings, perhaps.